Jim Harding was a man of principle. In his late 40s, he had spent most of his life organizing events that brought people together. With his warm smile and unshakable belief in respectful dialogue, Jim had a way of making everyone feel included. He was the type of man who stayed behind after events to help clean up and sent thank you notes to everyone who contributed. Though he preferred staying out of the limelight, Jim was the organizer of a highly anticipated political conference in Dallas. It was his dream to create a space for people to share ideas, even if they disagreed. That morning, Jim dressed in his usual straightforward style, a crisp white shirt, dark jeans, and a red "Make America Great Again" hat, a gift from his late father, who had always told him to stand firm in his beliefs. The hat wasn't just a political statement. It was a memory, a connection to the man who had taught him the value of hard work and integrity. Outside the conference venue, Kevin Boyd, a security guard in his early 30s, was stationed by the main entrance. Kevin was new to this job but took it seriously. After a difficult past and a string of bad decisions, he had turned his life around, determined to protect and serve in his own way. Though he had no strong political opinions, he had seen enough arguments and scuffles to be wary of anything that might cause tension. When he saw Jim approach in the MAGA hat, he tensed up. "Excuse me, sir," Kevin said, stepping in front of Jim as he reached for the door. "This event is private. I can't let you in." Jim paused, surprised. "I understand it's private," he replied, his voice calm. "I'm the organizer of the event. My name's Jim Harding." Kevin didn't flinch. "I'm sorry, sir, but I can't let anyone in without proper credentials. That hat might cause a disturbance. We've had issues before." Jim reached into his pocket and pulled out his ID badge, showing it to Kevin. "This should clear things up." Kevin glanced at the badge but didn't move. "I'm sorry, but I've got strict instructions. No exceptions." Jim's patience was wearing thin, but he didn't want to escalate things. "Listen, I don't know what you've been told, but I need to get inside. Hundreds of people are counting on me to make this event happen." Kevin shook his head. "You're not getting in with that hat. You can take it off or you can leave." Frustrated but determined, Jim stepped back and pulled out his phone to call his assistant, Claire. Claire was in her late 20s, a sharp and efficient organizer who had been by Jim's side for years. When she answered, Jim quickly explained the situation. "Kevin won't let me in," Jim said. "Can you come out and clear this up?" Claire rushed to the entrance, her heels clicking against the marble floor. When she reached the door, she saw Kevin standing firm and Jim looking exasperated. "Kevin, what's going on?" Claire asked, her tone firm. "This man doesn't have proper credentials," Kevin said, gesturing toward Jim, "and that hat could cause trouble." Claire sighed, holding back her frustration. "Kevin, this man is Jim Harding. He's the reason we're all here today." Kevin blinked, realizing his mistake. I didn't know," he stammered. "I'm so sorry." Jim nodded, his voice steady. "Apology accepted. Just remember, Kevin, appearances don't tell the whole story." Later that evening, after the conference had begun, Jim noticed Kevin standing by the back of the room, looking uneasy. Jim approached him, carrying 2 cups of coffee. "Kevin, take a break," Jim said, handing him one of the cups. "I think we got off on the wrong foot." Kevin hesitated but accepted the coffee. "Thank you, sir. I really am sorry about earlier." Jim smiled. "No harm done. Tell me, Kevin, what made you so cautious today?" Kevin took a deep breath. "I've seen a lot of fights break out over politics. My brother, he got hurt in one a few years ago. I just didn't want anything like that happening here." Jim's expression softened. "I understand, but sometimes we have to trust people, even when it's hard." Kevin looked down at his coffee. "It's not just that," he admitted. "My brother used to wear a hat like yours. We didn't always see eye to eye, but he meant the world to me. He passed away last year." Jim felt a pang of emotion. "I'm sorry for your loss. This hat belonged to my dad. He passed away too. It's not just a hat, it's a reminder of him." Kevin looked up, his eyes filled with understanding. "I guess we've both got reasons to hold on to the past." From that moment, a quiet bond formed between the two men. Kevin promised himself to look beyond appearances, and Jim gained a deeper appreciation for the struggles others carry silently. The conference ended successfully, with attendees praising the atmosphere of mutual respect. As Jim left the venue, he spotted Kevin at the door and stopped to shake his hand. "Take care, Kevin," Jim said, "and remember, it's not about the hat, it's about the heart." Kevin nodded, his grip firm. "Thank you, Mr. Harding. I won't forget." As Jim walked away, he felt a sense of hope. The world was full of challenges, but moments of understanding like this could make all the difference. That's the story, friends. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a pleasure sharing it with you all. Don't forget to comment below and let me know where you're watching from. It's always fun to see the global reach of these stories. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button for more amazing stories, tips, and tricks. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.